Oh, hello folks, and welcome back to what is now pretty much the finale of the GT Online commentaries. Now, since I last did this a few months ago, there's been a bit of a change in the PS4 hub, I guess you could say. Alright, let me just show you an example, right? Yeah, you may be wondering, well, what's this about the icons and that, right? Well, yeah, as it turns out, right? Yeah, there's no way I can hold on. Yeah, there's no way I can actually change that. It seems to just be something that's there, so I can't really do much about that, unfortunately. So it's just going to kind of be like I think just until they allow an option for that. So alright, but I know the order of this. Basically, this is Carpark Derby, if I remember correctly, and we'll cover another three in the next two parts, and after that I think that'll be it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, Carpark Derby, oh joy. Yeah, I do consider this to be quite an infamous match, mainly down to the fact that it involves it's a whole premise, right? Like, it's a kind of disguised one. Carpark Derby makes you think you're going to ram people, right? So a good deal of people will not really think about it until people start escaping. Whereas that's not mine right from the get-go. And you see me being a smart cunt, just go, like, I have my favourite spot right there. It's much easier to get off, and usually people don't go there immediately. So that's what I usually do. Also, for the record, I would never do this on first person. It's way too much of a hassle. You know, like, although I suppose it goes both ways. I mean, not only is it harder for you to see what, just get a general idea where you're going, it's also harder for other people to keep an eye on you. So it kind of works both ways. Obviously, though, I've got the buzzard here, which actually is pretty good, although I do think it's a bit harder to control first person. Obviously, see here, like, with this I've managed to become quite good, and then, oh yeah, it's a general policy that I always blow up my motorcycle once I've got it, God, I'm fucking terrible. There we go, second go. But yeah, generally speaking, right, like, the first thing I do is to make sure that I get in and blow as many cars up as possible. And then you see the big assortment of guns. Yeah. Oh man, I just blow the shit. But that's my first priority. Make sure that all the vehicles are not only blown up, but the big thing is to make sure that they're away, so that, because that's the thing in that, just because it's blown up doesn't mean they can't not use it, So you've kind of got to be quite careful of that. And that's a pretty good strategy, Just blow the shit out of as many vehicles as possible. There's very little people can do about it. Very little. What you're seeing is just straight up carnage. Bloody wonderful. Now, I actually had a legit purpose for creating this job. It was back when I wanted to get camos for weapons that were pretty difficult, and I got most of them except for the sniper rifles, which, let's face it, were always going to be pretty difficult. I think it was the normal sniper rifle was one of the only ones I didn't get all the camouflages on for. Can't remember if there was any others, but yeah, the sniper rifle was pretty much just a fucking joke. Now, yeah, this thing with Lester, I use it to see if there's any people who's maybe escaped.
There we go. Lighting them up.
And usually there's at least one or two. Usually. Obviously, I'm just hovering around so I can get a bit of an air sight. I think one of them's maybe escaped, but it turned out nobody got out, so I'm free to just and you see, what I think people are doing, right? They're going right in the middle, because they realise that's the only safe place. But in order to get there, they have to come towards me, so they're putting themselves at risk. It's a pretty fiendish way of, getting people away and that. But sometimes, obviously because of a design flaw, right? Sometimes people hide in that little corner there where I can't quite get them so easily. So it's not always perfect. But yeah, I'm glad that of all the weapons I kept the AP pistols in here. But seriously, this gun is fucking amazing. Like, I think the only two weapons that are potentially better are the heavy machine gun. No, combat machine gun? Yeah. Combat machine gun and the assault rifle. The advanced assault rifle. Other than that, the AP pistol just slaughters people, like, and they're defenseless. They've got no cover whatsoever. And the only way they do get any decent cover, like make it possible for me to shoot them, is to get closer to me. So it makes my job easier. They're hoping that I don't fucking know something, and I'm very good at spotting people. Very good. Although also, not all the time I manage to kill them. But, oh man. You see that? Just managed to fucking screw them all up. Look at that. Oh, right. Yeah, it's just crazy to think that, I just fucking screw people over all the time, but that's GTA for you. Yeah, if anyone recalls GTA races where, it wasn't like normal races where you were stuck in the car and that. When GTA races came, you can go outside the car, you pick weapons, it was just, any rules and that, play dirty you wanted. That's how most people did. And I remember there was this little bit, like how I got a good deal of money as well as plenty of enjoyment was, I know it's a bit out of topic, but yeah, it was through this trick bit in the popular taxiing race, and it was really hard to get out of, and that, especially if you had like a good aim with, say, a pistol and that, which was pretty easy to get ammo for, and oh man, it was just wonderful. Although the drops were like randomised, so sometimes you can be stuck like just both healths, which was no good for anybody. And in order for it to be a good spot, you'd have to have like at least one pistol drop on either side. And so yeah, didn't get me like, I mean maybe I got close to $1 million. Most of the money I got was from missions. And but it's how I managed to get to rank 9 and just have fun doing it, I guess. And yes, I'm actually going to do a Call of GTA 4 at some point with this account, but it's going to be a bit weird considering that Lewis 65 has been banned for like about 18 months now? No, not 18 months, about 16. No, that'd be true, yeah, about a year and a half. Yeah, I got banned about the 8th of May in last year, so yeah. But probably over that now, but so that's going to be a bit of a weird one to work out. I don't know how much I'll do. It'll probably be 2 parts single player and 1 part multiplayer, because I feel like I didn't really cover much of the single player for, this game and that, and I'm considering redoing it. Or not really redoing it so much as covering it for the PS4 and going more in depth. Again, I'll probably go through Destiny. I'll probably go through the. I can't even fucking remember what I was going to say again. And the sad thing is, I think I actually have done it, and but I'm not certain on that. If I haven't, well, I guess you'll know where it came from. If not, well, this is complete load of bollocks I'm talking about, and you're free to ignore me on that point. But yeah, so alright, about this match, right? What I find different about this compared to the other infamous match I made, I don't think it was nearly successful, was the fact that people tend to quit far less than here. Like, people, like, I think they admit that, no, there's no chance they'll get first place, but they're desperate to get second place, and that. So, like, they just fucking stick at it as much as they can. And honestly, it's crazy. Like, you would think, like, there's no fucking point. Like, they're just gonna slaughter like multiple times for every single person, and a few people maybe like 20 or so times, you know. But it's like with these people, like, fuck no, they just like, if they can take second place and get a decent amount of cash, oh, they'll go for it, you know. But oh man, you know, it's like, it's very easy to get more than 100 kills than that, you know, very easy. Oh man. And plus it's very easy to get plenty of cash. Well, not cash, ammo, that's it. Yeah, you just keep shooting all day long, you know. Oh man. Oh. It's a shame though, thinking about it, right? I've not played GT Online in more than a year now. Like, I think the last time I even touched it was probably somewhere around October of last year. Back when there was a Halloween update with the torches and the axe and shit, like, I think maybe very briefly went on in January this year, but other than that, no. Haven't even touched it. I think that's a weird thing, right? Yeah. On a quick note about the PS4 in general, yeah, I kinda went off the PS4 and just gaming in general, console gaming. But, oh man. Well, RuneScape and, well, plus these exams coming up in about a couple of weeks from now. It's just, oh, so fun. Oh, man. Yeah. That cat. Oh, man. Let's see, so, yeah. 100 kills exactly. 24k. Not too shabby. Oh, man. And here's the other one. FIBHQ Meltdown. Okay, now the quick history on this one, right? Okay, so when I did this originally, back when I was doing the FIBHQ espionage, you know what I figured, right? Because I heard things about like there being like, you know, 5 floors, but I was getting confused because I could only seem to access 2, right? So I figured, okay, well, maybe I just can't glitch, you know, that far. So I stuck with the 2 floors I was able to get access to, as you saw with that match, and, you know, I was fine with that. Now, as far as, as far as how I found out about this, well, I accidentally get glitched through it a different way, and believe me, it was a big hassle. It was not easy to get into this. I can't remember how I did it exactly. I think originally I managed to clip into a room that you wouldn't be able to move around in, and I tried doing the whole like spawn thing, but it didn't work. Second time I managed to get to work, and then after some exploring, I was actually very confused to find that there was this one bit in the middle of the hallway, right, that led into one of the entrance team spawn point areas, and that for espionage. Yeah, I was very confused, needless to say. But yeah, it was true, I checked it both ways, and theoretically, if you had enough patience, you could access the whole of Meltdown's map in espionage, you know, because I didn't bother to block it, because I wasn't even aware that was an actual, like, thing that you could do. So, you know, the more you know. So yeah, seeing as you can't edit these kind of maps anymore, yeah. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know, there's a certain kind of excitement with these kind of maps, you know, like the interiors, it's like they're well crafted in a way, like especially if you pay, you know, finding attention to them, you know? Like, people just love that shit. Oh, man. Oh, I just love the action. So, back to what I was saying, right? Okay. With regards to PS4 and just console gaming in general, I've kind of, I don't know, lost appeal for it in a way, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. You know, like, say for example, I've been looking forward to a good amount of time with RuneScape, and even delved a little bit back into Adventure Quest, which is a bit of a surprise for me. Although I'm not really like big into it. It's more like just if I'm really bored and I want a little bit of action and that, you know. I guess that does the trick in that, you know. But yeah, RuneScape mainly, and it's just like, oh man. Also, why the fuck am I using the mic? Why am I using the micro SMG? That is a shit weapon. You fucking dumbass. Was I just going for variation? I just didn't give a shit. Wow. That's just a fucking terrible weapon. Also, I see plenty of people using sticky bombs. And, oh, man. Yeah, here's me just saying, wait to see any kind of movement. Also, what? Okay, can I ask you something, right? How the fuck did I commit suicide there? That was fucking ridiculous. Ah, well. But yeah, as you can see there, it's just like, oh man. Funny to think, right? You know, like, back when I was recording all this shit, it was like a different kind of era kind of thing. Like, yeah, because you remember, right? If you recall the holiday like the big massive holiday I had from June of last year all the way up to, I think, end of March 2016, and it was all really just a bit of it. Like, oh man, I just had so much time, and yeah, I don't know, I felt like there's some things I could have done so much with, and yet I decided not to, you know? Like, it kind of got to the point where I felt like there was not much to do, because I had such a big holiday. And I'm not even joking when I say that. You know, it was like really fucking ridiculous. And here's me being an indecisive cunt because I can't fucking make my mind up. Oh man. Yeah, I was just waiting to ambush people, I think. Yeah, me ambushing people. Ah man, you daft cunt. Yeah, I was thinking one of them would follow me in, and I can just blow the shit out of them. Wow, that was a slow reaction. Oh well. But yeah, man. And it's funny to think now, like, you know, remember what I said last year about the whole, like, you know, you can finally do floating maps again and, you know, have new weapons, and you would think that would bring the excitement back in, but I've just kind of lost the appeal for GTA Online in general. And you would think that, well, all those months I could have had it and played it just for ages, and I would have, but nah, I haven't, you know, and I partly think me being banned on Lewis 65 was partly to blame for that, you know? Like, I just had so much fun with that. And even, like, the whole, you know, getting people to join wasn't really as big an issue. I mean, it wasn't great, but, you know, it was manageable. But it was at least tolerable. But damn, it was just shit just to think how since I got, like, banned that, things just weren't as good anymore. Fucking yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see if anyone will come down or not. I'm trying to use a variety of weapons, which isn't always the best idea, but I want to be different, I suppose. Yep, that is a moment of absolute dumbassery. Yeah, not the best idea. And also still set flames to the fucking place. What a tool. I think any kind of projectile weapons in general, except the RPG, seem to be quite finicky, and that I've noticed. You know, maybe like there's others I've tested that might be like alright, like the homing rocket launcher and the railgun, although that's not an actual thing on a, you know, the GT Online, which is a shame because that would be the end all be all weapon. Like, just imagine having an instant rocket launcher you can just shoot in, bam. Like, people will say, oh, it's overpowered, but fuck that shit. If it costs like I'm talking about like, say if it's 5k for every 2 rockets, right? Make it say 7.5 or even 10k for just one shot. Expensive? Fuck yes, but it's the end all be all of weapons. And that, like, it's the one, like, all the really rich people who want, like, the best of weapons, they'll be able to afford that, you know? And you know what? All the more to them. All the more to them. Oh, man. So what are you doing, you two? I think some cunt was shooting them. I actually didn't see that one. Bitch. Oh man, that's just some guy around shooting, but of course, I think we just barely lost on that one. Yeah. Yeah, and I ended up being the most valuable player. Go figure. Oh man. Well. So yeah, that be that. That's FIB HQ Espionage. I think that's probably the last interior that will actually be covered on this and that. Next one, I believe, is the last open map ish. It's, you'll have to see the very last one, you know, to get an idea of what I mean. And that will be for next time, but I'm sure you have an idea of what it could be. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Till then, folks.